in a new segment that I like to call No BS OBS. I don't have a flashy thing for it yet. Imagine that like there's going to be a cutscene, No BS OBS, and we're going to do a guide vibes. That's what's up. we're gonna we're gonna do a deep dive on like one particular feature in OBS to kind of like learn this application. You know as well as I do, like we don't claim to know it all. No. Like we just try to figure it out together, and then by the end of the show, we all have learned something. Is it something that's useful? Who knows? But we definitely learned something.
Oh, we should have a segment that's like not real. So it's just like, yeah, it's literally all bullshit. Like we come up with like fake plugins that don't exist and do a bunch of weird shit. And just
that would be the BS.
Yeah,
that would be the. Here I am in one of my instances of OBS. Okay, and the first thing that I want to do in our new segment called No BS OBS is explain something called scene collections. All right, so I saw a post on Facebook from one of the homies earlier today who was talking about how he feels like he's got way too many scenes going on and it might be affecting the performance. Which it will. Right. And so he was asking, should he just clean everything out and delete all of his time that he put in all the work in all those scenes? And I was trying to explain to him that you can do that in a non-destructive manner. If you look in the upper part of your menu bar in OBS, you'll see this heading called Scene Collection. It's really that simple. In here, you can create a new scene collection. You can duplicate the existing scene collection. You can rename the existing scene collection. You can remove, import, and export. And I'll talk about the import and export last because there's a little bit of a catch to that. But here underneath that, you can see these are all of the scene collections that I have made over time. It's actually a little bit embarrassing because you can see my learning OBS. I have multiple things named the same thing. I have Saturday night, mom set. Like these are all different things that I created for different circumstances. So that's how you can change to your different scene collections. New, duplicate, rename, and remove. That should be pretty explanatory. We've been doing stuff like that for all different kinds of software. If you can't figure that out, you're on the wrong show. Import and export's a little bit different. What this is going to do is this is going to create what's called a JSON and export it to a location that you want. A JSON script is simply a set of instructions, kind of like MIDI or an XML file, anything where there's also media involved, and this does not contain the media. So in other words, if you were to export this scene collection, and take it to another computer, if your file structure was not exactly identical and you didn't have all of the media in the right place, then it would just be a broken scene collection. If you are feeling like you want to refresh your scenes, remember, you are simply in one scene collection and you can create multiple scene collections. Now, you can use this for different types of workflow. People use it for different reasons. The way that I personally use it is I create a different scene collection for different shows. So because of that, I change the scene collection depending on which show I'm doing. And for me, that helps me organize things and helps me keep things thematic. Kind of each show has its own individual look. That's my reason, but you can also use it as a troubleshooting step. If you think your scene collection is causing a technical issue with OBS, then absolutely create a new scene collection. It's gonna be a blank collection. Add a new scene and see if you can reproduce the issue as part of your troubleshooting step. So hopefully that helps you all out. You don't gotta delete all of your scenes. You don't have to flush it all out and remove all of your work. All you need to do is simply click on Scene Collection in the menu bar and choose New Scene Collection.